current database, talk to future clients, and get more business. At the end of the day, that's my mission. I think there's some quote somewhere about if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get everything you want in life, something to that effect. It's always been my mission is like, if I can help agents get more business, it's ultimately going to result in more business for me. So you guys are had enough from me. I'm going to turn it over to Natalie Dudding with Chicago Title. She's got some cool stuff that's not just, how to tell a story and how to, talk to clients, but tools that you can use to generate more business. So thanks for coming.
Thank you. So I'm going to hop right into, switch mics.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Mic'd up.
Wow. Okay. All right. We good?
Yep.
Hear me good? Okay. So we're going to look at one of my favorite tools that Chicago Title offers, which is called Chicago Agent One. This tool is an app for your phone. It's a desktop website. You can have it on your iPad, on a tablet, so you can take it to open houses. There is lots of ways to use this. This is actually designed originally to help you do net sheets. But over the years, as we have been diving into all the conversations you guys have on a daily basis, which isn't just, hi, how much can I sell my house for? Hi, how much is a mortgage payment? It really gets deep. You get deep with your clients. So we are committed to you by getting deep as well. So we're going to look at the calculators tab of the desktop version of this application. And we are going to specifically go over the equity review calculator. So the equity review calculator is actually one of the newer calculators in here. And it all came from and stemmed from the fact that equity has been growing exponentially over the past few years, right? So folks who have even bought 2.5, 3 years ago are now seeing, wow, I grew actually a lot more equity than I thought I was going to. And maybe I'm not stuck in this decision that I had to make back in 2020 when everything was going crazy and I just needed to get into a house, right? So ways to have more conversations. How many of you guys are tired of thinking of what to say to your sphere of influence and your database instead of just being, hey, how's it going, right? It gets old after a while. And I think your customers or your sphere of influence, they start to realize you're not just calling to ask me about the kids. Like, what's going on here, right? So let's give them something of value. Let's give them an actual equity review. And you can do that here in Chicago Agent One. So I'm going to take a seat. Hopefully you guys on live can still see me. If you can't, you can hear me. So that's all you need. You just need this screen here. So we're going to go into equity review. We'll just push this little button here. Now, there is another tool that works alongside with this because sometimes it is hard to remember what your client did in the past. And so I'm going to pull up my Premier Services site. So this is for property profiles. And this is a way to see, if somebody did take out a loan back in 2020 or what's going on so that we can really get an accurate equity review. So one of the fun little features in here is that you can add an address. That's not essential, but you can. So if I put an address in here, anybody want to give me an address from the audience off the top of their head? It knew you were here. It knew.
Yeah.
It knew.
Just real quick question.
Yeah.
This could be anybody.
This could be anybody.
Yeah, right. And so you might even just talk to a whole neighborhood and say, hey, you got a bunch of equity and thinking about moving up?
Yes,
okay.
That's a great strategy too, because, I do talk to a lot of new agents. They don't have a database of 5 years of clients, right? They just started this. They want something intriguing to hit the neighborhood up with. It takes a little bit of work, but the thing about marketing, which you guys I'm sure understand, is that you can tell when somebody put effort into their marketing and when somebody just, went to Kinko's and just made a flyer and sent it to everybody. So this takes time and effort. All that time and effort does come back to you. And I have had agents call me and say, Nat, this works. So very rarely do I get an agent who takes time out of their day to tell me something positive that's working in their business. So that must mean that this is actually something worthwhile. So this particular tool has a outlet to a service called HomeLink, which HomeLink just searches record information, right? So it found a loan recorded in 2023 for 505,672. Enter the interest rate to calculate. Okay, well, that interest rate 6.94%. So we'll just use that because that was the average interest rate in 2023. So again, trying to make this as easy for you as possible is this application's goal. We're going to hit compute, but we could skip this altogether if we wanted to. So we'll hit compute. Perfect. Okay, we have estimated loan balance. Use this estimated loan balance, or we could use a different one if we had something else. Okay, so in here, let's put in the current value. So this is where you as an agent, you know, can put your thinking caps on. Now, I have had agents go and put the Zillow value in here. And the reason why they do that is because we know that a lot of the consumers are going to Zillow, and that's the number that's in their mind. You could take it a step further and put in your value, and then maybe write a little note on there that says, I saw that Zillow shows this, but in my professional opinion, I believe you're more here. And I think that sets you apart from Zillow and just reminds them that the personal touch is always the way to go, right? Okay, so what do you think, Chris? Okay. Okay. So purchase price. This is where my agents get a little stuck, right? Because they're like, I don't know where they were at. So we go to the Premier Services, 9430. And this is an account you guys can get through me. We'll approve her in just a second. Okay, so let's do 9430. Is this the one? Shalashan. Perfect. Okay, Chris, do you want me to pull your property profile in front of everybody?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, that's like me. I do my house all the time.
No skeletons.
So I always tell my husband, I'm like, if there's strange people, they got the address from me. I'm the one that's putting it all over the internet. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. So I would pull a quick property profile, and you guys can come down here, and then you can look at how much the property was purchased for by checking the property profile in here. So we've got that loan amount in there. If we come down here, we can look at, we've got release of mortgage. Okay, perfect. So,
I saw 515 up there.
Did you? Did I go too far? Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
515. Okay. So let's put in 515. Here. Okay. So a lot of my agents also get a little hung up on how much down payment that the borrower put in here. Honestly, you guys, you don't have to stress on this part. We don't want it exactly perfect. If we get it too perfect, then somebody's going to be like, yeah, that looks about right. Okay, cool. They're good. If you have a little bit of a discrepancy in there, it gives them more of a reason to call you, because people love to call you to tell you're wrong, right? Okay, fine. I was wrong. You tell me. What do you got? What did you put down? So I recommend you can leave the 10% down payment in here if you want to. Again, if you want to get real, down to the nitty gritty, you can come in here and you can figure based on the loan amount and the sales price, how much down payment was put in. Does that make sense for everybody? Or just call Matt and make him figure it out. All right. Hi, come on in. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to leave the 10% down in there. We've got our loan balance. Here's our loan start date, which is pulling from the home link. Adam, would you say that's about right? Right on. All right, let's hit compute. Okay, here is our estimated home equity. So we've got $76,000 in home equity. We can take this, share or print PDF, and send this with a little handwritten note with your business card in a handwritten envelope to your database, to your farm, to we have a gold farm, which I want to show you guys later today too. But we've got various different, formats that you can do this in. This is the beauty of this particular tool is you can make it look different. I mean, you guys could send this home equity report, these various versions right here, once a month. And to the consumer, it's like, oh, some different information because it looks different right off the, off the cuff. Yeah.
About their own personal property.
Totally. And even if they say nothing to you, actually, best bet, they say nothing to you, right? Better bet, they call you and say, this is great. But what they're doing by not saying anything is they're absorbing. Now, if they call you and they say, never, ever email me anything ever again, or excuse me, mail me ever again, okay, that's fine. But at least we know they're looking at it, right? So for me personally, I'm thinking, how could you take this and instead of just doing your standard, trifold, flyer fold, and then put it into, business style envelope, get creative with it. Maybe put it in a different size envelope, something colorful, handwrite on the front. People are going to open this and they're going to look at it. And then what is the message you can send with this? Tell one of the stories that Matt has, pick his brain. What have people done with their equity, ADU, what have you, and So this is available to you guys, and you can actually also share this on social media. My recommendation is whatever you mail out, you put on your social media so that there's some correlation to the two. But that is my fun little tidbit today to try to generate some more business for you guys in your farm area with your sphere of influence.
This is on an app too, right?
This is on an app too. So anybody in here doing Instagram reels? Yeah, right. Okay. I don't. We all should be kind of. You're like me. I'm like when I think of it, and I have enough self-esteem that day, I do one. But I saw this agent do one where she had green screen the equity review, and then she was pretending to make phone calls to her clients, but kind of like, "Hey, you have $76,000," and then she would screen split an audience clapping. Right? So it was kind of like a game show situation. And it was the cutest video. She got something like 3 listings out of it, a number of buyer leads out of it. I mean, she did great with that little video. So use this to your advantage. If we come back up here, again, you guys can download it. You can save it. You can email these out directly. But these are all part of the calculator under the calculator tab of chicagoagent.com. All right. I'm ready for top secret.
All right. Now we're not live anymore. We're talking about all the top secret.
I know, this is the great part. All right. Now you guys